Two Bowls in a China Shop is brought to you by these great companies that are giving us money to let you listen to their stuff.
Bullshit, Kyle. We make this show. You and me. Two Bulls in a China Shop is brought to you by us.
Someone's got to pay the bills, Dan, because it's not our trading.
All right, roll them.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Well, hello and welcome, everyone. You made it to the China Shop. Two Bulls, brought to you by the lovely Sue Pullen and Fairway Independent Mortgage. I'm shopkeeper Dan. With me is Kyle, creator of FinancialIneptitude.com. Kyle, how's it going?
Is this Dan or is this the Count?
The Count?
Yeah, the accent that you started with. It sounded very Transylvanian.
Did I speak with a Transylvanian accent? Mwaha!
I kind of want to replay the tape. Can we hear that intro again?
Well, hello and welcome, everyone. I don't know, man. I've had some beers. I've had some weed. I'm feeling good.
All right. Well, fucking A. Let's talk about some stories then.
Hey, top of the morning, Kyle. What's your first story?
Actually, I think you get to go.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so recently we did cover briefly the Amazon acquisition of iRobot.
Yes, rewriting the 3 laws of robotics.
Yes, yeah, right. We're making robot jokes. Turns out some privacy people are really concerned because the Roomba vacuum cleaner pretty much just maps your home. So what Amazon has done is just purchase a device and existing maps of anybody who already has it. Basically, the layout of everybody's home and what is inside it.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. Because let's not forget that they basically give away the Alexa just to have that audio surveillance in your home. They want. The end goal is so they just know 100% about you and can be like, hey, you need a new this before you even realize it, right? That's the Amazon wet dream.
And also we don't, unless you speak to it, we're not recording. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen some court cases where that's not necessarily the case.
They've been busted many times, including surveilling children, which was one of the big ones that they had to shell out some money for.
So is the Roomba actually connected to the network, or is this going to be something that they institute when they take over, like connecting it to their Alexa?
From what I understand, the Roomba has already been network connected, so you can like turn it on before you get home. So
then iRobot's been collecting all this data, so Amazon is just purchasing it, basically.
They purchase the existing data, and of course, they'll get the new data.
So why is iRobot doing all this too? And what are they doing with that money or that information?
Well, that's why antitrust experts are weighing in, because if it's just iRobot, they can't do as much as Amazon can.
I don't care. I don't want anybody doing that.
Well, don't buy a robot vacuum cleaner then.
I have one, but it's not that fancy.
Do you have any of the dumb vacuum cleaners, please?
I know. Can I have a smart vacuum, but not too smart?
I don't want it smarter than me, okay?
I want it to be able to like move around, but not remember.
But not remember, right?
Do you have any with the short-term memory?
I'm looking for the goldfish model, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and let's not forget Amazon also, they bought the Ring cameras that have already been sharing data without consent. So it's just a stack. It's getting worse and worse.
It's not gonna be very long before we're wearing tinfoil hats and afraid to even broadcast these. This is making me feel very dystopian.
But that's just it, Kyle, is we're not coming up with stuff out of nowhere. This is happening.
Yes.
This isn't tinfoil. This isn't tinfoil. This is a real thing. This isn't just tinfoil. Would be like Bezos is jerking off to the floor plan of your home.
That doesn't sound that far off the fact.
I mean, can't prove that he is. Can't prove that he isn't.
Right. All right. Well, is there anything we can do besides murder all robots?
Yeah, I mean,
Is this how the war starts against robots? A security concern or privacy concerns?
the poor robots are like, we were programmed this way.
It's not our fault.
I don't have a choice. I have to watch you pee.
And report back. Stream strength 7.
7.
Duration 4.
Color marigold.
Okay, we're.
Ooh, all right, Kyle. You got any stories?
Yes, I did. What was it about? Chicken. Chicken's getting expensive.
Oh, right, like to have a pet chicken, I assume?
No. To eat the chicken that you buy at the grocery store.
Oh,
Tyson says that they've raised chicken prices by just over 20%. The reason why I wanted to bring this up though is because if the price of chicken is going up because the demand is going up, what does that indicate? To me, that means that people aren't spending as much on their food budget. They're trying to replace their protein with the cheaper source.
Yeah, it's exactly it.
That's not the sign of a strong economy, though.
No, because traditionally chicken is not a substitute for steak, right?
No, it is not.
Because it's different. But
traditionally or by any other measure.
Yeah.
Like the sign of a healthy economy is everybody spending, right? That's what makes the economy churn is consumerism.
Yes.
And so if we're already tightening the belt on things like food, like I don't see food as being the first thing that you're cutting your spending on.
It's one of the last, isn't it?
For me it is, but I might be an aberration.
So people, no. This, they actually teach this in business and economics classes because I remember taking it. People, luxury goods are the first to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then substitutions like like cheaper coffee. They'll stop buying like the nicer coffee and start buying the store brand. Right. So like store brands go first, but nothing ever was like, well, when people stop buying nice cuts of steak and switch to chicken, I agree with you. I think this is a really bad sign.
You just had a steak for dinner tonight, didn't you?
I did.
Why was it cheaper than it had been? That's like, have you seen like a decline in the price in steak?
Not at all.
Oh, really? Oh.
This was I hadn't had a steak in several months and was giving myself a treat.
Aha. Okay, so that I thought they'd said there was a decline in beef and pork, but maybe they just meant they sold less, not that they've reduced the prices.
Yeah, I think that was the case.
Okay, yeah, according to Reuters?
Rudders.
According to
Rutgers.
Rutgers
University.
According to Reuters, the beef prices are down 1.2% in the quarter. So beef has come down a tiny bit, but not. I doubt we'd notice that.
I don't really buy it much these days. Like I said, the steak was like a treat, and the moment they get a replacement steak made out of plant, I'll be buying that because I usually do like the Impossible burgers these days, which are pricey.
Yeah, no, I prefer the real thing. I guess I haven't tried the Impossible one yet, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, they're tasty.
But yeah, to keep this on track, I just don't see this as a sign of strength for the economy going forward.
Yeah, I mean, inflation's going to hit everything, they say, except wages. It's bound to hit chicken at some point. But the fact that Tyson is just like, no, the demand's going up. So, we thought we could make some more money. And
yeah, it's not, inflation's increased like the prices of all groceries by about 12.2% in June compared to last year. But the chicken being up 20% to me just indicates that there's a lot more people buying it. And that's, I think the next economic indicators that we see are going to be very interesting. Yeah, well... Kyle, we're not in a recession. Well, there's a lot of boxes getting checked for both ends of that. Right. It's like when you're watching all the different markets for leaders and laggers, like just because jobs are doing so good, maybe they're lagging. Maybe those job numbers are going to crash in the next few months. We don't know. Right. Or maybe they're just switching positions. Like IWM's leading today, but tomorrow it's the NASDAQ. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. What else you got for us? Well, the Inflation Reduction Act passed the Senate. Yes, I saw that. On a party line vote, which is per usual for any bill. I thought they had some Republican support. No, the Republicans tried to
amend it, but failed and then didn't vote for it.
Yeah, they get rid of that pesky inflation insulin cap.
They got that one done.
Yeah,
they got that amendment, but then they still didn't vote for the bill.
Last thing we need is cheap, affordable insulin.
Take that, diabetics.
As a natural producer of insulin, I don't want my insulin value getting degraded.
God damn. That's the most cynical thing you've ever said.
I know.
Oh, I love it.
It'll be an apology next week.
Oh, yep. Way to offend all our diabetic listeners. Anyway, wow. Okay, way off base. So the story is about the newly expanded tax credits for electric vehicles.
Yeah.
It's being criticized because the nation, it's being criticized because the tax break is tied to the production of the electric vehicle, and it needs the majority of its components made in the USA. And the lithium-ion batteries, as we know, are now mostly made in China.
Well, how are they defining the majority? Is it by the vehicle weight, by number of components?
So it's a sliding scale based on time. The amount right now is a certain percentage, and then by 2030 they want 100%. They require batteries to have at least 40% of materials sourced from North America by 2024, and then by 2029, 100%.
So they're just trying to bring the battery manufacturing here.
Yes, strangely, because it's being criticized, the 40% by 2024. I think like Marco Rubio tried to change it to 100% by 2024, or 200% by like when it passed.
Mm-hmm.
So no, not a single car would meet that.
No, but it's interesting. The guy with the Tesla Gigafactory in his backyard is the one wanting to try to bring more of that. Where's Tesla going to put that factory if they have to build their own batteries here in the States?
Exactly. And might I add, the Salton Sea has a lot of lithium, and Berkshire Hathaway is poised to really start pumping that out. So these aren't unobtainable goals. We are already moving in the direction of making this happen. And right now, Tesla is already doing 65%, I believe, is the number.
Oh, okay. So they actually are pretty close.
So the big headline of no electric vehicles on the market today qualify for the new EV tax credit is a bit misleading, because that's the tax credit by 2029.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit annoying.
70. I think it's something like 70% don't. They're 70% are ineligible right now.
All right. Well, it sounds like Tesla should be in favor of this.
You would think.
Did Nancy Pelosi disclose a large stake in Tesla before that went through?
No, not that I'm aware of.
The last one I got is a story about Ethereum, because it seems that miners can actually cheat the system to earn more by avoiding the increased difficulty on the network. It's really kind of neat. There's a lot of words in here that I don't understand, but it looks like there's actually a company that, like, one of the top miners, like, they went back through and looked at like all the data, the people who wrote this paper, and found that they showed a lot of evidence of actually using this attack to increase their profits. So what they do is they change the timestamp related to a mine block, and that avoids the increase in the difficulty. So in this paper, they did highlight, I think it's F2 pools block timestamps, and showed how they were being artificially altered to improve their rewards.
Oh,
yeah, and they've been doing this over the past 2 years.
Just a couple transactions here and there on the weekends.
Let's see. It said in the past 2 years, F2 pool didn't have even a single block with a timestamp that matched the expected outcome.
Wow. It's just 100% of what they were doing.
Right. And they're only modifying it by a few seconds, but apparently that's enough to actually make a pretty big difference.
Wow.
Let's see. The monetary impact has not been officially identified, but CryptoSlate reached out to one of the authors, who told them, quote, "For each successful instance of the attack, F2 pool earned 14% more from block rewards, and in addition, earned all transaction fees contained within that block."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, the good news is that they did send some fixes, and they actually created a patch for the people who run Ethereum to consider, and they did disclose all this information to the foundation before they published it. So they didn't just give a whole bunch of people extra ideas.
Right. Good.
It doesn't say, though, whether or not they've actually done anything to fix this, but you'd have to assume that they did.
14% is a lot.
Yeah.
Like, if they're doing this on all of them, like if they, for every 10 million they made, it's an extra 1.5 million. That's huge.
Right. I mean, they're making about 1.5K Ethereum in daily rewards. I think that's how many tokens they're making.
Wow.
So what's the price of Ethereum right now?
I don't know. I don't have my charts. Is my trading view up?
All right. So Ethereum price right now, as of this instant, $1,771 at 1,500 Ethereum coins mined a day. That's 2.6 million.
Wow. Okay. So every 4 days they're getting an extra $1.5 million by this cheat.
Yeah. Yes.
That's immense. That's enormous. What shysters.
What about the bit, though, it says about earning all the transaction fees contained within those blocks, though? Is that something that they wouldn't have gotten before?
I don't know. We'd have to ask a crypto person.
Yeah. I wonder if we can talk to Yaish.
I thought if you had to own the node to get those transaction fees.
I have no idea how that works.
Yeah. Regardless, it's extra stuff, and fuck them for not playing by the rules.
Yeah, you got to think there's going to be some sort of backlash coming out of this, especially if it's hurting other miners, and suddenly they have a lawsuit on their hands. You'd think.
If this really was the Wild West, this would be like rustling cattle. Like, oh right. We stole a couple extra cattle each time we make a cattle trade, and people got killed for that.
They did.
I'm just saying. They should be glad we live in society and the Wild West is relegated to the computer. Anonymous, if you're listening, take care of those guys.
Duke Kwan, he agrees.
He agrees? He was like, they're cattle rustlers. Get them.
No. He agrees that it's good that we live in a civilized society.
Yeah. See, he thought of it too. Like,
I wouldn't have tried this shit 100 years ago.
Right. Well, you see here, I did steal your cattle, but look at the fine print on this contract.
It says go fuck yourself.
Wow. All right. Well, those were some fun stories, Kyle.
Yeah, I'd say. They were terrifyingly fun, yes.
Terrifyingly fun. We'll be back at you soon with another thrilling, adventurous episode, but until then, we're going to close up shop. Remember, check out Trade Pro, check out Order Flow Labs. We got peeps. Do the things.
Check out our guest directory. Check out our other episodes. We got tons of them now at this point.
Rate, like, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies if you don't like it.
Yes, tell your enemies.
Pretend it's really good, and let them know.
Let us serve up a sweet dish of revenge.
Until next time, happy trades.
Goodbye.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks in the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.
Sports are easy to disagree on. Let's see what happens when sports talk hosts talk about something they agree on.
No, hold on. I'm saying drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Well, I disagree. I think drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds.
Come on, man. Wait, I think we're saying the same thing.
Oh, so what do we do now?
Everyone agrees that drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings by new customer surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2020 and May 2021. Potential savings will vary.